Hi everyone, I'm Tootsie. Welcome to my channel. And I would like to say happy Sunday to everyone with blessings. And to all my new subscribers, thank you for joining me on my journey with different videos that I bring. And to my subscribers that's been rocking with me since day one, I sincerely appreciate you. And today I want to talk to you about menopause. Touchy subject that none of us women like to face, but it's something that needs to be more discussed. It needs to be taken more serious. A few years ago, I started to have symptoms, and which most of us women, what we do is we try to push it under the back burner and try to ignore it until it becomes a more of a serious problem. And that's what actually happened with me. Different types of effects that you get with menopause is whether it's premenopause or full menopause, and that's what I'm at right now. I'm going through like full menopause. There is no more pre in it. It's like I'm like menopausal, and I started to have a lot of severe night sweats. And with the night sweats was causing my skin to be very irritated and itchy. Some women experience that. I was looking on the blogs, and it's a lot of women that experience like not only night sweats but a lot of body itching, and a lot of the stuff that was on the internet was saying if you take different types of medicines and all that can have something to do with it. But with menopause, a lot of women do go through a lot of, nighttime sweat, along with skin being very itchy. And that's what I was going through. And it was just like really driving me like crazy. So I had went and spoke with my doctor about it. And she took my my hormone levels, and that's something that's very important if you're going through any types of signs of menopause. Please, and before you do anything, always consult with your physician first before taking any kind of vitamin supplements, or anything over the counter. So that's what I did. I went and I had my levels checked, and they were very low. So that meant that my levels showed that I was in menopause. So I had begun to ask, and it was like a series of different types of medications and everything that they give you like hormone medications or whatever. And a lot of insurance companies, really just do not provide the benefits to pay for, certain types of supplements as far as with that, that's another thing that really needs to be talked about and discussed about. We as women of going through menopause, we are really being ignored. I'm just going to call it the way it is. We really are, and I'm going to get into that of why we're being ignored as far as with women with menopause, which I found to be astonishing. So at that point, I really, I couldn't afford to come out of pocket like that. So my doctor suggested just to go to the store and, get something over the counter. And that's exactly what I did. I went into CVS, and I had found a really nice generic brand that they, make themselves through the CVS company, and was helping, out a lot. And I was pretty pleased with the results of what I was getting. And I went for like 3 months, going back and forth, and they was always having like good sales on it. Like you buy one and you get one for free, and that was great. So I was doing that for like three months straight, and then I went back and they didn't have it in stock. I checked some other locations, they didn't have it in stock. So then I went on that path of that denial thing again. So I didn't push the issue, and I had stopped taking it, and instead of like really going back and pressing CVS to actually give me more information of how I can be able to get it. I did not do that. So I just was like, okay, maybe they'll have it next week. They'll have this. So every time I would go in there, I would just check to see if they had it. which they never did. So during the time, my symptoms was getting worse and worse and worse. It came back, and when it came back like full force. At that point, I started getting like the adult acne. People that suffer going through menopause, you end up getting adult acne, and once that started to happen, I mean, my skin was just like peeling. It was just like, and everybody that follows me knows, I really, really, really take pride in far as my skin. How my skin looks, the health of my skin, everything. So that was like a major problem for me, and it should be for anyone. You having certain types of problems with your skin, which you never had before, and you all of a sudden do. And that you're doing all the right things and taking the right things, drinking the right things, eating the right things, and then your skin is just basically just breaking out like that, it becomes a problem. So that made me get onto my grind a little bit more deeper, and plus to get myself better, because I was going through the adult acne, then the night sweats came back, the hot flashes, all these things was like attacking me all at one time. And then I was having like some stress, that was in my life, and all these things was like coming at me all at one time. And I was like, oh no, this something has to give, because I was just like a broke down mess. It's like I don't look myself, I don't feel myself. It's one thing that I have to, if I gotta feel some kind of way, but dang, I don't need to be looking like it. I'm 40, I just turned 47 years old in December 2017. So it's like when you get to a certain age, it's like, your appearance is basically a little bit way more important than if I was like my 21 years old. Then you can easily like, okay, I'd have my little flashback and then bounce back, but when you're like in your 40s, it's like, how much time do you have of a whole lot of bouncing back? You really don't. So I begin to, unless you want to go under the knife and do all these extra stuff to yourself, which I am not about to be doing, going up underneath nobody's knife. You got to love yourself, and loving yourself means you have to take steps in order to figure out, okay, why is this happening? Why is that wrinkling? Why is this doing that? Why? Figuring that out. The easy part is just going and picking up the phone, calling the surgeon, and going in and do all that and jump up and do a little healing and be gone, But you're still not really, you just easily fix the problem. You know what I'm saying? You didn't figure out what's going in from inside of what you're doing or what's going on in order to cause this problem. And that's me. That's the reason why, main reason why I don't do a whole lot of putting makeup on, and I notice some of y'all, divas and gents out here, y'all can lay it. And I mean, y'all slay it. But what I do notice is when I watch some videos about forest makeups, I notice that before a lot of people put their makeup on, their skin is not at par. And you're just covering the problem. You're not fixing the problem. And what are you going to do? Wear makeup for the rest of your life? I mean, what about if an emergency comes and you have to take all that stuff off? And then what? I mean, I'm a type of person, I'm sorry, I'm just saying. That's just me. I peel my makeup off, I want somebody to be like, oh, dang, her skin is still beat. You know what I'm saying? That's just, what? It's still popping. So I don't want to cover a problem. I want to fix a problem. And I've said that many times during several videos that I've made. Do not cover a problem, fix a problem. So, I began to go into stores and I started checking out some supplements and everything that they had for menopause. It was horrible. Horrible, okay? And I was like, okay, this is what it is. This is how they treating us women that's going through menopause. We get no respect like this. The stores, the shelves are stacked up with all this other stuff. But when it comes down to menopause, we are just like, boom. We pay you no mind. Maybe one box, and then it's the boxes that are there is the most highest one. I'm not downgrading this company or anything like that, or whatever the case may be. With estrogen and all that I'm not knocking it. You know what I'm saying? But the thing about it is, it's not fitting in every female's and every woman's household in her budget. And this is something that you're going to have to take for a long period of time. So you mean to tell me you want $20, $25, $30 a pop, every single time on 30 pills, and sometimes you might have to take a pill twice a day. This is where we rolling. You don't have anything that's provided that's much cheaper that can be able to accommodate everybody's pockets. That's a problem. And I went and I checked out all your main stores, CVS, Rite Aid, Walgreens, all Walmart, all, first of all, Walmart didn't even have basically much of anything that as far as us menopause. Target, none of these stores. It was just like really sad. And so what's the next best thing we gonna do is going to take it to the internet. So I started doing my research and found out about black cohosh. It's really a main herb that really triggers very well as far as night sweats. But night sweats just wasn't my only problem. I was beginning to develop, and I did develop, as far as adult acne. So I had to really find something that was going to cure and fix and help me in my body to rid of all these things. So I got up on Amazon and I found this DIM Elite, and which basically it support estrogen metabolism vitamin. So it definitely far as helps with all your menopause problems. DIM enhance with Dong de Quay vitamin E and bioperin. Okay, so I found this on top of my health food store. I needed something like right away, so I went into my health food store. The health food store had several options, but this right here, this black cohosh, was the cheapest that I was able to find. Everything else was very costly that they provided. And everybody don't always have a local nature food store like that. So the black cohosh, and your black cohosh supports for menopausal symptoms. So this is basically what I ended up getting. I had to end up getting this because the stuff that I did get over the counter at one point, they were no longer selling. You couldn't find it. And I had got one from Walgreens, and then I had used that up and came back, and there was nothing. Nobody knew nothing. It was like just like went out the planet or something. So I had to figure out some way of getting something that I can be able to get my hands on and can be able to order and use when I need it, as long as I need it. And I found this particular one on Amazon, along with, this is what I actually got from Amazon. Okay, and I have a every 2 months, because you get 90 pills. It's 90 pills, 90 capsules to come in here. And mind you, this is organic. Both of these are organic. Organic vitamins, so all natural. So I ordered this, and I started taking 2 of these, and then I take 1 of these. So I put both of these together because this right here does not have the black cohosh in it. So that's the reason why. Because just in case some of you ask me, oh, why are you taking both? Because this doesn't have black cohosh. It has everything else. And which, like I said, do your own research and figure out what works for you. But so far, so good. And looking at my face, and my skin is back to the way I'm used to it being. So I've been taking both of these now for a month and a half, and it's back to where I like it and where I'm comfortable, So add the black cohosh, whether you get this one or not, add the black cohosh. And it definitely, the night sweats and itchiness and everything has just like kind of like really dying down, you know, even though you know you have to use something for a while. But when I first taken it, this black Cohash was like really helping me like immediately, you know, and that's what I was looking for. That's what I needed. That's what my body was striving and desperate for, you know, is something to basically to ease that out. And the black Cohash, if not, even if you just do nothing but just getting some supplement for whether you're on premenopause or going through menopause or you're already in menopause, you know, at that peak, black Cohash is definitely the way to go. Do your research as far as yourself. Always, you know, always do your own research. You know, use your internet search engine and type in black Cohash. And definitely, you know, you'll see all the benefits and everything that far as black Cohash offers to you. And that's exactly what I did, you know, and I use both of these. I take 2 of these, and as a matter of fact, I didn't take mine today because I wanted to wait and take it with you guys so I can show you the pills. Like I said, I take 2 of these, 2 of the DIM Elite, and 1 of the Cohash. And I've already ate, so I'm not on an empty stomach, which they prefer for you not to have an empty stomach when you're taking these supplements, because you don't want to have your stomach upset. And this is with the DIM. The DIM is this, and this is the black Cohash. It's a little smaller. Okay. And those things are large. Look at me, I'm about to make a mess. Okay. It's just water though, right? So that's I just want to come, you know, I'm along with you. You know, all the women out here in the world that's going through this, you know, do not expect no results, very little results from your local stores. Just don't. You know, don't even torture yourself like that. It was a torture for me, you know, and that's why I'm making this video today. You know, that's the reason why I'm going into more of that than just going into the ingredients and all this other kind of stuff. Listen, pull this up, you know, and definitely check and read it for yourself. I just want to really let you guys know, do not. I'm trying to save you the frustration of going to your local stores and being disappointed. You might find it that one time, or maybe that 2 times or 3 times, but then when you go back, it's not going to be provided. So lock it in. Go on the internet. Go on, you know, whether it's Amazon or wherever you know you frequent at, as far as with that online, you know, and lock it in as somewhere that you can be able to get on a shipment. That these products will come to you clockwise. You know what I'm saying? As you needing them. You know, I have it set on Amazon that I'm going to receive these every 2 months. You know, I don't want to receive it every month because you get 90 pills, you know. So every 2 months, I want to make sure that I get these 2 in the mail, you know, to me. I don't want to go looking. I don't want to be frustrated, because that causes stress. You know, your body already going through something, and then you're running around and you're burning gas money and time looking for something that is needed for you, you know, at the time. You know what I'm saying? And for a long period of time. You know, going through menopause, it's not something pow, and that's just going to be that. You know, it could take years, you know, before your body is completely adjusted to being just straight into menopause. And right now, my body is not there. So I have to lock something in that I can be able to take and go to that's not going to let me down, you know. And not only that, Amazon has a large variety, and all their stuff, like this type of stuff, you can get on auto delivery. So I'm saving you the frustration of what I had to go through, coming to you today, telling you if you're going through these problems, don't frustrate yourself with being disappointed of how your local stores are doing people that's going through menopause, you know, like I had to do. And I got no results. I had no results. And I could have pushed the issue, and if Amazon didn't offer it, I would have pushed the issue, because I am that type of person. Once I get to something, I'm going to, go at it. But by Amazon already just providing it, and having it on auto delivery, I was like, you know what? Let me just make me a video and keep passing this video along. Please do what you need to do to the next woman, and the woman after that, and the woman after that, and the woman after that. Let it be known, we as women that's going through menopause are not being looked at and taken serious. Our local stores are not doing us right by not providing the right and amount of stocked on a regular basis for this problem. I know where I live, it's not being handled at all. So if you want to be able to, check it for yourself, you go there. Go to your local stores. See for yourself. Okay? You might see 1 or 2 boxes. Okay? And it's always going to be the highest one. And we all know that's going to be the highest one that's going to be provided. Who has that money in the pocket like that all the time? Nobody got that all the time. Especially how long you're going to have to use this. So, and these were very affordable. Very affordable. Both of these cost me the price that one brand, that one infamous name brand one, cost. Really? You gotta be serious. But that's it for this. I appreciate you, and everyone have a rest of a blessed day, and I will be back very soon. Bye.